Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. It's your girl, Claudia Jordan, and welcome to another episode of Cocktails with the Queens. Of course, I'm back with my girls, Vivica A. Fox, Lisa Ray, and Selena Johnson, and we're here to dish on everything that's trending in the news and on social media. So let's get right into it. Hello, Queens. How y'all doing today?
Hello.
How was everybody's weekend? Vivica, let's start with you.
Oh my gosh, my weekend was so much fun in LA. It was Grammys weekend, so the parties was lit and I was out in these streets.
I love it. I love it. Okay, Lisa Ray, how was your weekend?
It was great. I did go out, I think either Saturday night. I went to Russell Simmons' 50th anniversary of hip hop party, and there was a lot of people there. Who's was there, and I was there. I was taking a lot of pictures, and that makes you always feel good and wanted, you know what I mean, and being amongst your peers. So I had a wonderful time, and I'm in New York now, and I'm saying hello from the East Coast of coldness.
How long are you gonna be in New York?
I will be here until Thursday.
I might be out there. All right. Okay, good to know. Selena, how you doing, and how was your weekend?
Mommy duties as usual. Today is my youngest's birthday. Kingston's birthday is today. So Saturday we went to Dave & Buster's for his birthday with some of his friends and, just play games and stuff like that. I'm going to take him to Legoland and Universal Studios in March, but we just did like a little celebration. And today is his actual birthday. So
happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Yes. Aquarius. Okay. Happy birthday. Very nice. All right. Well, ladies, let's get into it. But soulmates, before we get to the topics, make sure you grab your cocktail because we'd like you to join us for the Queen's Happy Hour. All right, everybody. Tonight's signature beverage is Bailey's. So this is going to be a tasty one. I can't wait to hear the recipes my queens have cooked up for us today. Lisa Ray, what's the name of your signature beverage? And you got to let us know the ingredients that you use to concoct this.
Girl, I'm glad that you came to me first because, I like to get mine out of the way because I like to go ahead and start drinking. It is called the LR's Dirty Little S'more. And so sounds yummy, right? Here's my ingredients: 1.5 ounces of Bailey's, 3 ounces of French vanilla hot chocolate, 2 Biscoff cookies, 3 large marshmallows, and a few swirls of chocolate, because these days that's the only time I'm getting any chocolate, and my drink. But look how yummy. See, I got the marshmallows that's toasted and everything.
Oh, that's cute.
And the Bailey's just hit it off so perfectly because also I use a little bit in my coffee sometimes. So let me just tell you, hold on, let me just give a taste test.
Oh, she's trying to get
right. You already know.
I gotta have a party. We're gonna have to have a party and put all of our drinks together and just have a whole little shindig. Because when I tell you this is just every time I think of something that we do every week, I'm thinking I want yours, Claudia, I want yours, Vivica, I want yours, Selena, but I can't put mine down.
Well, it looks amazing. Listen, you never disappoint. You are a beast in the kitchen, and I did not expect anything less from you. Selena, let's talk about yours. What kind of beverage did you bring to happy hour?
Well, ladies, I went on ahead and I went old school with a classic mudslide. Very old school. Back when we were kids, we used to, well, not kids, we was in our 20s, early 20s, and we would go to the Chili's, child, and get the mudslide. That's when you were still kind of young, so you want a little sweet taste. I'm celebrating Kingston's birthday and my father's transition into heaven today at the same time. He died 1 year ago today, so I'm celebrating both of them with the mudslide. So 1.5 ounces of Bailey's, honey. 0.5 ounces of Tito's. You don't want to be too drunk, okay? You want to keep it under 2 ounces. 0.5 ounces of Kahlua, a little bit of chocolate drizzle, and then topped it off with whipped cream. And then I did a nice little straw setup so I wouldn't mess up my lipstick.
It looks great.
I know.
Oh, it's so good.
It looks like it. Okay. I'm logging all these recipes. I need all these recipes.
Vivica, slide on into February, Selena.
Right. Vivica, I want to hear your recipe. How did you serve up your Baileys tonight?
Well, darling, I am calling my signature cocktail Viv's Black Cherry Bailey's Chocolate Yes. It has 1.5 ounces of Bailey's, chocolate with a chocolate rim around the glass. We've got some crushed black cherries in here. We've got Hershey Kisses, which is just in here, and they hanging on at the top. And I garnished it with a mint leaf with some additional cherries. Yes, darling.
You love the mint leaves, don't you, girl?
I have had a thing with all of my drinks to figure out, because you know what? It's like, refreshing. You still want to keep your breath fresh while you having your little sip. You know what I'm saying?
But that black cherry, that's something there. That sounds like something with them Hershey Kisses.
With the Hershey Kisses, we're headed to Valentine's Day. So you know, I had to think of something that, you know, if you're sitting across from someone special, y'all can share some kisses.
It's giving Valentine's Day.
It's giving Valentine's Day. Miss Claudia, what you sipping on?
I love it. Okay, my drink is called the Mocha Monday. You know, I keep things pretty simple. So I got 1.5 ounces of Bailey's, a 1/2 ounce of vodka, a 1/2 cup of hot chocolate, a 1/4 cup of coffee to keep you up because you don't want to get all sleepy, especially if you got something fun planned for the night. I got some whipped cream and some chocolate sauce on top. I like that we all have like, we all have like the similar through line. Like we all went with a lot of chocolate and syrups, but we all have a different variation. So I am excited to drink this down tonight. Okay, everybody. Of course, we want to encourage everybody to drink responsibly and at home. Promotional consideration is furnished by Bailey's. Thank you so much. This was one of my favorite ones, this one right here, right? Cheers, ladies. Let's have a great show.
Yes, salute.
Salute.
This smells so good. I wish I had lotion that smelled like this. I put it all over my body.
I knew where that was going.
That tastes really
Absolutely. You listen, it's February, Black History Month, and Valentine's Day. So we might as well have us some chocolate kisses, right? With our Bailey's.
I love it. You got the kisses. I got the marshmallows.
Okay.
You got the chocolate.
I got the whipped cream.
The whipped cream, and you got the chocolate, Selena. We all
set this up. Right. Thank you. Thank you, Bailey.
All right, soulmates, please be encouraged every week to join us and to replicate our recipes, like take our recipes, try them at home with your friends, and send us your suggestions. I'd like to hear how you guys would utilize the Baileys yourself. All right, ladies, let's get to the topics. We have a whole bunch to talk about tonight. Now, in honor of Black History Month, we are going to kick off each show by spotlighting Black women who are breaking barriers in various professions. Welcome to the Queen Spotlight. All right, everybody, tonight's spotlight goes to Viola Davis, who achieved EGOT status after winning a Grammy for her performance of the audiobook for her memoir, Finding Me. Now, Davis previously won an Emmy for her role in How to Get Away with Murder, an Oscar for Fences, and 2 Tony Awards for King Henry II and Fences. Viola Davis is the 3rd Black woman in history to achieve this honor. Ladies, what are your thoughts on this historic moment for Viola? Let's start with you. Selena, let's go to you first.
I mean, you know, it goes without saying. 3rd Black woman in history, absolutely amazing. I just love to see Black women continuously breaking down barriers and just shining. And I really love Viola Davis. I love her as an actress. I do have her book. I listened to her audiobook. It was very, very good. So I think that she's deserving of everything that she has, and I'm very, very happy for her.
All right, next up, Lisa Ray, what do you think?
You know, Viola gonna give you a good old cry, baby. She gonna give you the tears and the snot and the everything. She is gonna give you the performance. And I like how that she, her performances and her congratulatory, awards have been for good work. It's not questionable. You know, we had to sometimes question some of the Oscar gives. And it was like, you gave it for that performance and not that performance, but okay, we proud anyway. I love the fact that we are still making history, despite everything that we have going on here, despite of us really trying to pound and hit the pavement. It's like, you won't stop us, you won't stop us. And like Selena said, when one make it, it makes it a little bit easier for the next to come. So congratulations, Viola.
Absolutely.
When the actors speak on the actresses, that's how they turn up.
That's right. A good old answer. And last but not least, Vivica, what do you think about this?
Oh my gosh, Viola Davis, what a long way you have come, Queen. I remember I did a series with you, City of Angels. years ago, and you were always such a humble, beautiful spirit. To see the strength, whether or not it's on theater, this TV screen, the movie screen, now you're an action hero and an EGOT winner. Congratulations, Viola. This could not happen to a more deserving, theatrical, beautiful chocolate queen. This is just amazing, honey. Like you said, don't be in no scene with Viola and she start crying on you, child. She gonna get you. She gonna get you. But more importantly, when you see her in person, such a humble spirit. And I'm just so proud of Viola, and you inspire all of us, Generation Next, queens that are standing beside you. You just all that in a bag of chocolate kisses, girl.
Hello.
Oh, okay. Drink to that. I want to shout out, of course, Viola Davis, Queen Viola Davis. Cat, this is not the time. I have to talk about Viola Davis.
My kitty.
The cat is just doing too much. Viola Davis, you and so many other Black women right now, I just got to say, I got to shout out to just Black women in general. Our particular demographic right now is really on fire. This might be like the best era for us ever when it comes to how we are saving the nation with our voting records, how we are crushing it in hip hop, how we are winning awards in all areas of entertainment, how we're dominating talk, how we are basketball players, how we're role models, how we're vice presidents, how we're queens on Monday nights, how we continue to book into our 40s and 50s and 60s. I'm very, very proud of Black women right now. This is not a dig on Black men, because y'all do your thing too, and we're going to give you your props, during June, you know what I mean? But whatever we can, but I'm just saying, I just want to just talk about the women right now. And Viola, you're at the cream of the crop, and to watch your career and how elegant and graceful you are. And I know it wasn't always easy for you, but you make it look easy. And we salute you like majorly. And all the other sisters out there, and not even just in entertainment, that are crushing it as nurses and doctors and lawyers and track stars, just accountants and lawyers, like all y'all.
Bravo.
Man, very proud. Very proud.
You know what, too? I just want to add really quickly, you just reminded me of something. It's even more special to win this type of, to win her EGOT during Black History Month.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. You know what I'm saying? You'll never, ever, it's ingrained. We will never, ever, ever forget it, because it's during the month where Black people are highlighted. So what an amazing honor.
And in the face of some of the toughest oppression we've seen in a while, of course, not the 50s and 60s, but we've seen some stuff these last 6, 7, 8 years that's been could really break our spirits, but we just keep striving regardless. And that's that magic that they're afraid of. Okay. All right. Speaking of making history, we got to talk about Beyonce. Of course, she has broken the record for the most Grammy Awards of all time after collecting her 32nd trophy at last night's ceremony. What are your thoughts on this historic achievement for Beyonce? Lisa Ray, let's start with you.
First of all, she just looked damn good, period. She can pull off whatever and anything. That's first of all. I just love the fact that she's a mom and a boss and a wife and such a great daughter, and so humble and so helping in her community. And she still got time to choreograph and do these dance routines and stay in them heels and just look good and make it look easy when we know that it's not. Even when she takes her breaks, she have us always waiting on the edge of our seat. You know what I mean? I ain't got my Beyonce tickets. I'm going to get mine through Vivica. But she's like, what? Yeah, because I know you got the hookups. You got the hookups.
Look at Vivica's face. She's like, 9,000 a pop. Hold on now.
I've actually already got my Beyonce tickets. I got them at the Waco Theater, and I already have my partner, Aja, who is a Beyonce fanatic, is going with me. So sorry, y'all, but I'm already in.
I'm sitting on your lap.
No, you're not.
Carry me on your purse.
I'm going to enjoy Beyonce all on my own, okay? Right.
I absolutely
we'll
adore.
Look out for you, though. We'll figure out some connection for you, though. But I'm in like Flynn.
I know. But I just want to just salute her just for being so gracious. You know what I mean? And absolutely breaking history herself, And I don't even know if she even began to think that, hey, I want to go this far and I want to go beyond this. But the history that she's making is going to make it hard for anybody to come behind her.
Okay, can I just say that Vivica just threw down her A-list big Joker card on all of us? Bam! I already got my tickets.
Okay.
Thought I was in a game of spades, and I just got
Well, you don't want, girl, she's such
joker.
a trash talker in spades playing.
But you can't tell everybody that, to be honest with you, because I didn't even tell everybody. Literally, they had a what's it called? Star was hosting a thing and was a big, what's it when they're rappling,
Auction.
and it got so serious. 3 of us went hard to paint.
Oh, you guys bid on it. You bid on it.
Yeah,
It's like an
we had to
auction?
bid in it. The auction. Thank you, Claudia.
Okay.
And
All right.
I mean, what's the beautiful thing about that is that it was 3 sisters that went hard in the paint for Beyonce, that Jay-Z and Beyonce now had to just go give them, just go pass out 3 of them. We ain't gonna have one.
Damn.
We had 3 winners.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll probably be watching it on your Snapchat or your IG stories that night. Selena, what do you think about this?
Again, this kind of honor during Black History Month to become and again, like you said, Claudia, Black women, Black people are just turning up during Black History Month.
Yeah.
I mean, to be the first person
Yes.
to win this amount of Grammys, to break all of the records is absolutely phenomenal. One of the things that I love about Beyonce is her work ethic. If I work hard was a person, it would be her. She works so hard. And that's what makes us all very, proud of and easy to be able to say, girl, you did that, because we know the work that she put. We see it. We see the work that she puts in. She's a perfectionist. You've seen it in her documentaries. You've seen it in her interviews when she speaks. When she had that interview with Oprah, she's just a class act. And she's like the Michael Jackson of our era. Yes. I mean, if you just want to be honest, just keep it real. That's what she is. She's a superstar, and she is a mom at the same time, a wife at the same time. She's really, really a great example for young women, period. Not just Black people, but young people, period, on how to behave, class, and all of that good stuff. So I'm really happy that the first person that broke it was a Black woman.
And I'm going to go ahead and say this. She got 32, but we all know she got snubbed for 33 because she should have got Album of the Year. But I heard that people that were voting in the Grammy said she already has enough awards. So they did that, because I'm going to say she had Album of the Year.
Well, I thought they didn't give her Album of the Year because she showed up late. They was like, oh, come on. No, you didn't.
No, guys. Actually, there's a voting system.
You better be on CP time for the night of your life. I just thought it was just hilarious. And the way that they all handled it, I just was like, this is a blast, that the queen of the night is like, and I will arrive.
It was traffic.
At this point, you've earned the right.
You earned your moment when your moment went to arrive.
Man, all I know is do not be anywhere near the red carpet when it's time for Beyonce, because all them cameras go.
Okay.
Don't ask me how I know. I just heard. Okay, listen, before we take a break, let's take a look at this Black History Moment sponsored by Nissan.
FOXSOUL celebrates Black history makers who have broken barriers and created change. Building a legacy with the foundation rooted in this country's history is McKissick & McKissick, the oldest minority-female-owned construction and design firm in the United States. Today, McKissick & McKissick is run by its 5th-generation descendant, Cheryl McKissick Daniel.
I started this journey 30 years ago, and to think about the iconic projects that we've had the opportunity to work on, it's a blessing.
Cheryl and her team have worked on many billion-dollar projects, such as the recent remodel of New York's LaGuardia Airport, the Oculus World Trade Center Transportation Hub, and the Barclays Center. 5 generations ago, McKissick & McKissick was founded by a former slave who was a skilled brickmaker, Moses McKissick I.
I think about the fact that his DNA and his blood runs through me.
Carrying on her family's rich legacy, Cheryl McKissick Daniel continues to create the blueprint for the future of construction and design in America.
Honoring Black History Month on Cocktails with Queens, presented by Nissan. Choose Nissan today for great offers on the most exciting lineup ever. Shop nissanusa.com.
Wow, those are some major accomplishments, ladies. Imagine how much further we'd be along. We'd have all these obstacles. Are we doing it despite all this? I want to get your thoughts on Cheryl spearheading the oldest minority female-owned construction and design firm in the United States. Vivica, let's go to you first.
I am so proud. You just saw me. I was beaming the whole time. I hosted a screening for a documentary called Skilled in Sundance. And I got to learn how many women. Do you all know the thing with the lady with the, like, with the, holding up the power sign is an African-American woman. I never knew that because they kind of have whitewashed her over the years.
Yeah, they did.
Yes, they have, but that's okay. It's here for us to educate Generation Next that was one of ours. So to hear this woman's story just makes me proud with so much joy that girl power has built so many buildings and, pass that legacy on to your girls that are coming up in your family. Bravo. I mean, like Tonight Show is just making me so proud, y'all. It really is. They don't teach this in school. They don't teach this, when you got Ron DeSantis and them trying to block, African-American, history. Mm-hmm. And herstory, even more important. This is why it's up to us to say, no, you will not. We will keep spreading the knowledge to Generation Next to let y'all know our forefathers have done a lot. They don't want to give them credit, but they have done a lot. So continue to fight to learn about our contributions to our wonderful country.
Selena and Lisa Ray, quick reaction before we go to break. Anything you want to add to that?
I just wanted to say that for me, it was the generations, 5 generations that our counterparts, they always do that Swarovski and son, but it's very rare that you see that we take the importance to be able to keep something going generation after generation. I love that. That made me sentimental.
All right. Selena?
Well, I echo everything that they said, honey. They covered all of the bases and then some.
I love that. Thanks to Nissan, we're here getting exposed to other moments in Black history because our history did not start. It doesn't begin and end at slavery. There's so many other inspirational stories that will just make young girls watch and be like, I could do that, or I want to do that. So shout out to you, Nissan. All right, look, don't go away because we'll be back with more Cocktails with Queens when we return. Welcome back to Cocktails with the Queens. I've been looking at the chat and there's been a lot of people that have been saying, y'all not talking about SZA. SZA's been remaining at the top of the charts for quite a long time. And I like to think it has a little bit to do with our very own Vivica A. Fox being in the video with the remake of Kill Bill. So you're a part of that success. So, I got to give you your props as well. You and SZA, of course. But congratulations to the two of you. But, I heard she's like an amazing, I've met her a couple times, but I love her. I think she's dope.
Yeah, she looked beautiful last night on the Grammys too. I loved her black dress that she was rocking. But yeah, they hit me in the very last minute and was like, it's very private. We're going to let you know in a couple of days. It had to go through a lot of levels, but it was a salute to Kill Bill. So when it came out, people made up their whole storyline about it as well. They were like, oh my God, she's going to be Vernita Green's daughter and they're going to come back. It went crazy. I was like, wow. And the beautiful thing was that we shot it at 4:00 in the morning. And she's a lovely lady. And I was very honored to be in the video.
Well, they have been mentioning it for the last few weeks in the chat. I've been meaning to get to it. So, what better night than tonight where it seems like we're getting to show a lot of other queens love tonight. And I absolutely love that. All right, let's get into this Doja Cat. She's calling out trolls for comparing her to Britney Spears after she decided to shave her head and eyebrows on Instagram Live. Now, remember in 2007, Spears allegedly had a mental breakdown by shaving her head while she was out in public. Doja Cat told Variety, it's so incredibly disrespectful for people to be minimizing what Britney went through and make a joke out of something that was very serious and a big deal in her life. Every time I see a comment like that, I can't compute what's happening other than it's just an awful thing. All right, what are your thoughts on fans comparing Doja Cat to Britney Spears? Let's go to our resident singer around the panel here. Selena, what you think about this?
I'm going to have to go with Doja Cat on this one because, the two are distinctly different. Doja Cat shaving her eyebrows and her hair, technically, nobody should really care about that. You know what I'm saying? That's her own personal creativity and, expression. But when Britney Spears did it, people should have cared about that because that was an actual mental breakdown and that was something that wasn't precedented. That wasn't something that she did to be creative. So to compare the two is kind of trying to say, it's like Slick saying, oh, are you having a mental breakdown? You know what I'm saying? When really Doja Cat is she's in an environment and she's in a time where where the young generation is just culturally free. You know what I'm saying? They're just free. They just do all kind of stuff that we may not think is cool, or maybe we don't do it, but they express themselves freely because they have less restraint creatively. So I'm with Doja Cat on this one. I don't think that you have to comment or compare women so much. You don't have to do that all the time just because they're in the same kind of genre as well. You know, sometimes you could just let people be what they are, and they actually don't have anything to do with each other.
And God forbid she actually was having a mental breakdown, which usually when people do, they don't really advertise it. They just quietly suffer by themselves. You're not making it any easier, folks. I'm just here to tell you. As someone who has dealt with depression, you don't really announce it. You actually usually pretend that everything's cool. So I just wish people would just be a little bit more conscious about that. I think we do a good job here of talking about people. We discuss topics without really digging into someone unless they really do some child molestation or some rape stuff. Other than that, I think we do constructive criticism. Lisa Ray, what do you think about this story and what she said? I thought it was pretty graceful what she said.
Yeah, I believe, I'm going to concur with you all, but I'm going to add this too. Normally, as creative as artists are, they explore different ways to be able to express themselves. But when someone shaves off their eyebrows too, it at least is an eyebrow raise. It is at least something to go, let's check to make sure, because of other things that we know that have gone on. And like you said, it's not going to be public unless she has a meltdown, if that's the fact. But I think it was still enough for people to kind of, at least lean in a little bit to pay attention to her a little bit more. And maybe that's what she even wanted. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So she's gotten it. When they go way out from me, I kind of tend to think it's kind of like rock and rollish. And she has that kind of thing going on with her as well. Like, I'm a fan of hers, like her whole entire album I play when I'm doing any kind of photo shoot. So I'm a fan.
That's a good perspective. That's interesting too, to take note, maybe. And Vivica, what do you think about this? To take note,
that is a good perspective.
I concur with the rest of the ladies. She made me nervous at first when she did the shaving. But what I love with Doja Cat is how she's turned that moment into a very fashion-forward moment. She's been looking amazing. She went over to Paris Fashion Week and absolutely killed it. I ain't never seen nobody put some eyebrows on some eyelashes on their brows, did a mustache and a little goatee, and everybody was talking about her. She's a risk taker. She is. And she lives by her own rules. So y'all got to learn to let Doja Cat do Doja, because she going to do it anyway.
But don't you just love that, how they can do that? But take one of us. If we started shaving our head and doing all kind of stuff,
we definitely had to be
crazy automatically.
Agreed. They'd be like,
Lady Gaga actually kicked all of this off in the beginning. The girl wore a meat skirt on the Grammys.
a bacon
Lady Gaga came down the carpet in a bubble, honey. Like, she's been acting a fool with a mustache and everything for
Madonna
years.
And Cher, way before.
True.
They've been turning up way before. So is it really something that's new? You know what I'm saying?
I think because she's so unapologetic about it, that, because she did this thing in Paris where she rhymes it. She was
red. It was sharp.
Crystals. That was like, dope. Girl. And then I said, y'all, let Doja do Doja.
Yeah.
You know what? I envy the freedom that must come with that. Because at first, when I first saw it, I was like, oh my God, she's doing things to purposely make her not look attractive. Maybe did the Illuminati get a hold of her? I thought that, right? But then I was like, but then I started watching her style. She's an artist, and she is doing exactly what she's supposed to do to get us to talk. She's a true artist as far as like, I'm not going to be, you ain't going to see someone that looks like me at the grocery store. I'm going to give you artist. Right. And don't you wish
you want to be creative? You want to create.
I wish I had the freedom. I have a little bit of my leave out that's a little short, and then what's wrong with her? My face is swollen. Oh, she done messed up her face. I'm not feeling good. Is she pregnant? Oh no, she's too old. Like we can't. No one on this panel can get away with nothing. We could not get away with that. But we can't get away with nothing.
I wish I had the courage.
On the contrary, we can get away with anything that we want to, minus giving a SHIT about what people say.
Well, I'm gonna need more Baileys.
I'm you on that, Selena, because we have, our biggest problem is we scroll down and read the comments. Oh, baby, if you want to be a risk taker, don't scroll down.
You can't tell it, Vivica, because you got to give zero cares. Yes. Once you just don't care anymore, I think Lisa Ray is the closest. to not caring about nothing. Once you give zero cares, you can go put on a whole avatar suit and it won't matter. It won't matter.
I don't give it that much energy.
I want to get to that level, and I'm far from it. I'm probably the furthest and the most sensitive about things. And people think I'm not because I have a slick mouth. They think I'm mean or whatever, but I'm actually probably one of the most sensitive people. People that really know me know I cry often. I'm very affected by things.
You're an empath. It's okay.
Real bad.
It's not your fault.
My eyes are always watery about something, but I just wish I want to get there. And that is a goal that I want to work towards with this year. That is a goal of mine. I'm about to be 50. This is a year I want to fix some of these things that I've been
50.
letting it go. You know what I mean?
You know what, Claudia? Can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
Once you do get in your 50s, you finally become comfortable in the skin you're in.
Yes,
you really do. You do. You learn to love all of you, the good, bad, and the ugly, and short ends on the front. Okay?
I thought I was there at 40, but I wasn't all the way there. I was, but nah. It
comes with maturity for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, when you start getting grays in your eyebrows, you got to not give a damn anymore. All right, y'all, we're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be back. And we're going to try to not give fuck when we on commercial. We'll be right back. Let me go ahead and Welcome back to Cocktails with the Queens. If you are feeling the show, you want to show the Queen some love, give us some likes in the YouTube chat right now and throw some crowns in there because we're about to get into some queendom. All right. We've reached a part of the show where we talk about our relationships, the challenges we face in our lives, and how we overcame them. That's right. It's time for our queendom. All right, everybody. Tonight's topic was inspired by an article from XO Nicole, and we'll focus on the weight of being the first in your family to break generational curses. Now, the feature talks about how the journey to success for a lot of Black women stems from breaking generational curses, such as poverty, a lack of resources, and a lack of opportunities to get us out of that vicious cycle. Now, the article also stated the experience usually starts during our adolescence by way of elder family members telling us to keep books before boys and stay focused in school. Now, while the idea itself is digestible, it can sometimes result in Black women experiencing a disconnect within their own families. Have you queens ever felt the weight of being the first in your family to break generational curses? Lisa Ray, let's start with you. What do you think about this?
It's necessary.
Mm-hmm.
It's necessary for the behavior of how our elders were taught and what they accepted then, because change happens. And when things allow you to have different experiences, you must change. And I have had that throughout my family. I am going through a generational curse where, some mothers and daughters just don't get along. You know what I mean? And it's almost like, why is that? And I'm a daddy's girl. And so I lean more towards my daddy. But the reality of it is that he just let me have my way more. So I went towards him. That is what any kid would do. She would say no. She was more of the disciplinary. And I was like, I want to go over here because you're going to say no. And I knew that. So I became a bit manipulative. I want to break that generational curse where I don't have that relationship with my daughter, and my daughter don't have that relationship with her mother. So breaking any kind of generational curse is this kind of, stand on, kind of like, if you're the first one, everybody's going to point the finger at you and expect it from you. And it's heavy, you know what I mean? So you got to find a balancing act between the two. So I think I concur. I believe that you should take a position to be the first and be strong enough to show that you can, I can, we can.
Okay. Selena, have you felt the weight of being the first in your family to break the generational curses?
This is a very, very intricate and conversation that has a lot of depth to it. And I'm going to try really, really hard to just be very, very concise. In terms of my mother, I understand and I concur with Lisa Ray. It's almost impossible to escape some of our mother's traits, and some of our mother's traits, and some of our mother's traits when they have never been broken, when those generational curses haven't been broken because they have not been acknowledged. And because the previous generations have not healed from them, have not acknowledged their traumas and healed from them. So then they become passed down. In regards to my father, I'm trying very hard to break the generational curse that was passed down to us, passed down to me, basically in the music industry. You know, the music industry is a very aggressive, dirty, slick beast, you know, and from the beginning of time, it has been, you know, slick and aggressive and dirty against Black people. And so my dad, you know, he's saying when they were burning crosses in the grass, and he, you know, so the kind of resentment that he has built up has passed down to me, and the type of underrated energy has passed down to me. So I'm trying to break that generational curse off of my own children. You know what I'm saying? But in order for me to do that, I have to acknowledge my traumas. So I go to therapy. My therapist's name is Love McPherson. I deal with my traumas and I identify them and try to heal from them. I think that's the only way that we can start to tackle these generational curses, by calling them out and by saying, this is a generational curse and that's a generational curse. And yes, I'm in it and I'm broken from it and I need to heal from it. So it's a very convoluted conversation, and it can't be solved in a couple of seconds and minutes, but I am definitely trying every day to break those generational curses for my sons, because I want them to be strong and I want them to be free. You know what I'm saying? From anything that I have been traumatized from. You know what I'm saying? So it's important. It's important.
Thank you so much. Vivica, do you feel the pressure in amongst your family to be the first to, you know, break this curse? All right, it's going to stop here. Do you feel the pressure to break the generational curses?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I don't. I mean, I'm just very blessed in my family that I'm the first to be in show business, and they're very proud of me. And they've been here through the good, bad, and the ugly, and have been so supportive. So, no, I mean, I don't. There's other things like in show business and things like that I experience. But when it comes to my family, no, I'm very fortunate.
And that is absolutely wonderful, too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I kind of relate to that. When you said that, I was like, it's not really that much. That's a different perspective too. I don't feel that either. I feel no one in my family. My father was a drummer back in the day, and he still is really, really good. He's so good at that. But as far as like this field, no one's in it, and they kind of all brag on me. My grandma had a whole tribute wallet to me when I would come home. Like, she had found all my little whack modeling pictures and tape them to the walls.
Baby, they also got my jet and ebony and all that child, so they proud.
I don't feel pressure to break the curse as far as career, but I do feel I put pressure on myself to try to change some things that I think is a pattern in some families. Like I will say, as far as like how we show love or affection, right?
Yes, exactly. Other things.
My mother's side of the family from Italy, right? They show love, but they don't say it. They don't say it, but I think people kind of got the wrong impression. Like when I talked about my mom, she don't have love for her mother and the white black thing. And no, my mother sacrificed everything for her kids. There was a time I found out as an adult, when my brother graduated college, I didn't even know my mother did this. Like we were not doing well financially. I just got to LA, and I didn't know that my mother, she was working 2 jobs and my brother needed books. So she sold some stuff like furniture from our living room to get the money for my brother's books in college. And he graduated. He's an educator now. He's a coach. He's married to like a boss. They have the Cosby family set up. Like my mother, maybe the curse, one of our generational curses is expressing love better to my friends sometimes and people I love. And stop trying to do everything alone. And stop trying to feel like you got to have the cape and I got it, and not letting people know. Like I was having a time this weekend, and I'm going to be full transparency this weekend. I've been dealing with some stuff, and I reached out to Selena. I'm like, Selena, I need a therapist like right now. It was like crisis for me. And I overthink a lot of things. And I also take on everybody else's stuff. And I think we got to like, that is a generational curse. And I think a lot of Black women do that. We be like this, I got you. Oh, you going through this? Let me help you. And then we put ourselves last. And there's nothing left. There's nothing left at the end of the day.
Can I chime in on that really quick? Claudia, that is going to come with maturity. That you know what we're going to do? We're going to go to our little thing, because we got our producers that, what is the thing with Nissan? We have to get this in real quick because our time is going by so fast tonight, Claudia.
All right. So for those that missed it, I
mean, I'd love to come back to it.
Pouring my heart out, y'all. Okay.
I know, but baby, we got to take care of our business. We got to take care of our business, and then we'll come back to it. Okay.
For those of you who missed it, let's take another look at this Black History Moment sponsored by Nissan.
FOXSOUL celebrates Black history makers who have broken barriers and created change. Building a legacy with the foundation rooted in this country's history is McKissick & McKissick, the oldest minority female-owned construction and design firm in the United States. Today, McKissick & McKissick is run by its fifth-generation descendant, Cheryl McKissick Daniel.
I started this journey 30 years ago, and to think about the iconic projects that we've had the opportunity to work on, you know, it's a blessing.
Cheryl and her team have worked on many billion-dollar projects, such as the recent remodel of New York's LaGuardia Airport, the Oculus World Trade Center Transportation Hub, and the Barclays Center. 5 generations ago, McKissick & McKissick was founded by a former slave who was a skilled brickmaker, Moses McKissick I.
I think about the fact that his DNA and his blood runs through me.
Carrying on her family's rich legacy, Cheryl McKissick Daniel continues to create the blueprint for the future of construction and design in America.
Honoring Black History Month on Cocktails with Queens, presented by Nissan. Choose Nissan today for great offers on the most exciting lineup ever. Shop NissanUSA.com.
Once again, another proud moment in Black history. Ladies, why is it so important for Black women to have a space in the field of construction and design? Selena.
Because we're the #1 consumer in America. African-American women are the #1 consumer in America. So it is extremely important to have our opinion in things like this. You know what I'm saying? We're creative, we're innovative, we are inside of everything that ticks. So why wouldn't we be a part of architecture? Why wouldn't we be a part of something that important? You know what I'm saying? And we the ones buying stuff. So then there's that.
We sure do. All right, Vivica, what you think?
Like I said, this is just awesome. More Black girl magic, more Black excellence, you know, strange to her that, like Lisa Ray said a little bit earlier, this is 5 generations of a family that has been building things. Keep it going. Keep making it do what it do.
All right, Lisa Ray.
And also, this is what I love. I love the fact that she is showing that yet this is another and a different type of business that you can get involved in. It bucks against you having to be the lawyer, the doctor, and the Indian chief. You can go into construction. This is something else, and she's making money, and it's a legacy, and she's carrying on the family name. Bravo, bravo. It makes me feel great, proud, and emotional.
And can I just say this really quick? I'm glad that you brought that up, Lisa Ray, because most people always think that we have to be athletes, singers, or performers. Yeah. She is breaking down those stereotypes.
Yes.
Facts.
That's right. Well, I love these amazing moments in Black history, and we'll continue to bring them to you here at FOXSOUL. All right, y'all ladies, after dropping out of high school at the age of 14, Fantasia recently announced that she is determined to continue her education. Take a look.
I went back to school. I went back to school. Shout out to my soror Yvonne. She's back in school. I'm back in school. We push each other.
All right, are you ladies excited to see Fantasia accomplish this goal? Lisa Ray, let's go to you first.
I love that she's taking education serious. I love the fact that she has the galls to go back, because I ain't going back to get nothing. But I'm gonna check. When I think about how much schooling I've had, it's like I was just so turned off. My grandbaby just started kindergarten. I'm going, girl, you got so much more to go. I'm like, wow.
Oh my God.
So I think that's encouraging. I love it.
Right. Selena?
I think it's absolutely amazing. Listen, as recording artists, we don't always get that luxury to go away to college and all of that. I dropped out of college to sign a record deal. Fantasia, I think, was younger than me when she went to American Idol and went on her way. So she didn't get the liberty to go to college and experience that whole experience. That's an experience. And congratulations to her. She just crossed as a Sigma Gamma Rho. You know what I'm saying? Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. I'm very happy for her. I'm very happy that African-American women are going back and becoming honorary sorors in different organizations, because that brings more intake to the organizations that are already there on the yard. And I think that inspired her to get her degree. You're never wrong when you want to further your education.
That's right.
She's already working in her career, so why not keep up in the ante, up in the level? This is why Black women are winning, because we're constantly increasing ourselves from every level. So kudos to Fantasia. I absolutely love Fantasia. She's one of my favorite voices, and I'm glad that she's just doing her. You know what I'm saying? Going back and getting things that she feel like she missed.
That's right. And last but not least, Vivica.
Black women living in their truths, and sticking together and supporting each other and telling each other that it's okay, that if you got to go back and make yourself a better woman, a more educated woman, go for it. Go for it. So, congratulations, Fantasia. Fantasia has been through many, many chapters, but it seems like she's definitely headed in the right way to make herself a better woman, a better businesswoman, a better mother. Kudos to her that she was able to admit that openly.
I love how I used to go to American Idol tapings when I lived in LA. And I remember just seeing her live, and I root for the underdogs at all times. And to see that she made it despite all the things she's been through, the abuse, her story. If you watch her story, it's heartbreaking. But she, despite all that, became super successful. People try to talk trash about her intelligence and reading, all this stuff. And she's got her GED, going to college. She's breaking all these barriers. The glow up is incredible. She looks damn good, sounds damn good. And, she's just a testament of never giving up. And, she's still at her level, still trying to make herself even better. So we salute you, Fantasia. Like, I am such a fan. All right, quick commercial break, and we'll be back with more of the show after this. Welcome back to Cocktails with the Queens. Now, listen, if you missed the beginning of the show where we all gave our drink recipes, I highly recommend you go write those recipes down, because it got everybody feeling real, real, real spicy and good tonight.
Okay.
And sweet.
Oh, okay. And creamy and chocolatey. All right, y'all.
What about creamy?
Well, hopefully soon for you. All right. In the case of Tyree Nichols, it's been reported that 3 of the 5 Memphis officers who viciously assaulted Nichols were members of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Now, according to reports, Tadarius Bean, Emmett Martin, the third, and Desmond Mills Jr. had their memberships terminated effective immediately. Now, the organization announced its decision last week in the following statement. We have since learned that 3 of the former Memphis police officers involved in the horrific incident were members of our organization. This is devastating. Effective immediately, the fraternity has revoked the membership from the 3 former Memphis police officers and all related privileges they may have enjoyed as members of our fraternity. What's your thoughts on this update? Vivica, let's go to you first. What do you think?
Excellent. Okay. If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. And that was one of the most horrific. I mean, I thought George Floyd was brutality, but to know that it was 5 Black men and for 3 of them to be one of the, one of the highest ranking Qs, it's just like, really, y'all? So I'm glad they were like, nope, we don't do that. Bye-bye.
All right. Yeah. Lisa Ray?
I love the fact that they took away their membership, because it shows how strong that they need to be and understand what unity is, because they took a vow to be fully aware that sororities and fraternities means sisterhood and brotherhood.
Yes.
So how are you going to see your own down there and beat the HELL out of him? And they already were in position of power. So you didn't even have to do all of that. And he was handcuffed. His hands was behind his back. It's too much.
All right. Facts. Selena.
Listen, as a Black Greek for the past 20-something odd years, it is very, very clear you are going completely and totally against the by-rules and bylaws of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. It is their duty to revoke their membership. What they did was preposterous, despicable, and totally against anything that Omega Psi Phi is about, and any organization that is under the umbrella of MPHC. So actually, they're completely in the right for revoking them. And I'm glad they did it in public, because they ought to be ashamed of themselves.
That's right. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back and talk about the Grammys fashions when we come back. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. All right, everybody. Some of your favorite celebrities hit the red carpet at the Grammy, so it's only right we play a game of Hot or Not. Are y'all ready?
Let's do it.
All right, we don't have a lot of time. We're gonna whisk our way through these. First up, we have Cardi B, hot or not?
Hot. I don't even need to see it.
Hot, honey. She was giving you the praise.
The whole week. She was popping.
Amazing. Next, we have Lizzo, hot or not?
I don't like that. She looked like one of them McDonald's fried things. I don't like that. All of that material is too much.
All right. How about Black China, hot or not?
No.
Well, you know, this is from one of my favorite designers on Melrose Boulevard, and she took a risk with it, and I hate to say not.
It's a beautiful costume for somewhere else.
But you know what it was too? I think also makeup. The makeup was extremely heavy. You know,
the eye makeup was okay.
Yeah. The Met Gala would have did good, I think.
Lucky Day, hot or not?
What do you got on?
No, not. Like I think that looked like paint slapped across them.
Okay. Mary J. Blige, hot or not?
Hot.
Hot. Well, I think she could have done better though.
Yes.
All right. Last but not least, our girl Beyonce, hot or not?
Hot.
She killed all weekend.
She looked like money.
She was killing all weekend. All her outfits.
Like she came to something up.
Her body is just perfect.
She's been working on it.
Yes.
That's that tour body, honey.
All right, soulmates, thank you for hanging with us. And thank you so much for everyone watching us on YouTube and all the people that participate in the chat every week and, show us love. And the haters too, because your numbers still register and count. Thank you for watching us. Stay tuned for Brutally Honest with Jasmine Brand. We'll see y'all next week. And ladies, y'all want to go ahead and take the rest of our drinks to the head? What we doing?
Hey,
honey.
Y'all better get you some of this Bailey's. I'm just saying. All right, we'll see y'all next week. Bye.
It's a sleeper.